How can we look on and let thousands of students die before their journey is through? You are needed to provide them with good jobs, remote jobs, to make their educational journey worthwhile. I would like you to think about it. Employing 10 students, what that will do for them, their families, their countries, their communities, and the church at large. This will even increase enrollment. I lost my job during the COVID-19 pandemic. That is when I went back to school. The dream is to get a better job, provide for my family. It took me 2 years without getting a job. My family was devastated. But then Bloom came my way and gave me a job. Although it took me 2 years, nonetheless, I got a job that put food on my table. The need to provide remote jobs for students of BYU Pathway cannot be overemphasized. Without it, you can imagine, many do not see the need for education. Not even BYU Pathway, from where I come from. In a recent devotional by President Brian K. Ashton, he said, and I quote, "More than half of our students live in countries where labor markets are relatively insufficient. And just because you have an education, it does not mean that you are going to get a job." Close quote. In April 2001, General Conference, President Gordon B. Hinckley said, and I quote, "With good employment skills, these young men and women can rise out of the poverty they and generations before them have known. They will better provide for their families, they will serve the church, and grow in leadership and responsibility." Close quote. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics have said, and I quote, "Even if your career path seems hazy, the data are clear. More education leads to better prospect for earnings and employment." Close quote. As said by the experts, education leads to employment. If education leads to employment, what opportunities are there for BYU Pathway students? I need for you to think about it. You own a job, or you have a friend that owns a job. You know a friend that owns a job. You know a friend that knows a friend who knows a job. They need staff. They need workers. This is the time for you to connect them, to send jobs to BYU Pathway students overseas. Bloom has been working hard to employ students. They work with Deal, so Deal became the engine that serves the workers for you. Deal manages your payroll. They take care of the international labor laws and also make sure that benefits are paid to your workers. Bloom team members have grown according to reports of 2022 from 2 to 20. The countries active workers come from have grown from 8 to 65. Jobs created have increased to 1,200 plus. I work for Bloom as a peer mentor support agent, and there are 22 young men and women under me who are from Africa West, some from Uganda. I can tell you these young people work hard to serve Pathway students. They take care of their needs, like simple matters that students will face, an online student will face. Portal not working, I don't know where to find my assignment, I don't know how to submit my assignment, I don't know how to get to my instructor, I'm late in submission and all that. Those matters are being taken care of by agents that serve those students. And this is being powered by Bloom. If you can provide jobs for these teeming youth who are BYU Pathway students and heeding the call of the prophet to school in Zion, there will be better husbands, parents, communities, and leaders. Most youth have lost hope, and the only solution they see is to travel abroad by hook or crook. Some have gotten involved in internet fraud to make money, and others have gone where the school is not or the church is not available to look for a job in the pursuit of making an ends meet. Have you any idea what you can do to help this youth? If we are to build a church overseas, then we must build leadership with better husbands, mothers, parents who need to wake up and go to work and go to school. So you need to wake up as well and send the jobs there. Let's save them from the jaws of poverty and despair by giving them remote jobs. Thousands of youth have been heeding the call of the prophets to school in Zion. You are needed to get them off the streets to build strong families, communities, and the church by giving them remote jobs. I need you to call a friend, call a relative, a colleague, someone you know who has a job, to give the jobs to BYU-Pathway students. Link up, we deal. There are packages for everyone that goes to deal. Once you sign in with your email, you'll be able to go, either you're a business or a contractor or an employee, and start sending jobs to BYU-Pathway students.